Hello, welcome to Gilgamesh playing the Talos Principle 2 episode... What is it over there? 12, if I'm not mistaken. Last time Byron got imprisoned in the megastructure. Let's go get him. So we came back to New Jerusalem, wanting to talk to Cornelius, because we did find out now that Cornelius and Athena were probably building the megastructure together. But Cornelius isn't here. And Niam assumed that he might have gone back to the megastructure, because if that's where Athena is, that's for sure where Cornelius wants to go. Hello, Malduk.
You are the Founder's chosen.
I am.
But you are in grave danger of going astray.
I go wherever I want to go.
Heed my words, 1K.
You sound like Elohim, you know?
Fail this trial,
in multiple ways.
A year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
Oh no. And you know this how?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their
My eyes are open. Oh yeah, they
Have
are.
you not read the books of our ancestors?
What, the Bible?
In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again.
Help me out here.
That the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death.
I don't think
and
so.
Grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw.
No, that's for sure not what they foresaw.
Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility.
No.
And avoid ambition.
No, thank you. There were other strands, oh yeah. It can easily become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you can no longer imagine a better future, you cannot build one.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten.
Why?
That is what the ancients were trying to tell us.
No.
All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved.
No. Absolutely not. Remember what happened in the medieval ages? When the church came and exactly did what you did and be like, oh no, be content with what you have and obey the church and stuff. Yeah, it's called the Dark Age nowadays, you know. You, sir, are a moron of the highest order.
How crude.
Yep, I don't care.
I'm disappointed in you, 1K.
I don't care. Eat my ball bearings, you crazy tumor. My ball bearings. Go format yourself, you mechanical chicken. Bad to disappoint you. Goodbye. Let's not be too rude to him. I'm sorry, but I don't enjoy doomsayers. Nope. Especially not when they sound like religious fanatics. That, you know, like, aim to do just what religious fanatics have done in the past. Which never really led to anything good. Alrighty, let's go back. I need more puzzles. I want more puzzles. Let me puzzle. Yeah, hello.
Join us for a quick debrief.
Sure. And brief.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
I do wonder if
Yes, well,
someone else is
the
there
mayor is briefed by
when you get
Alcatraz.
introduced to
He
someone
asked
else.
us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you putting me on the spot like that? The island is one big puzzle that's halfway solved. My map literally tells me so. We can't quit now. We can't leave Byron behind. Nah, the island is one big puzzle that's halfway solved. We can't quit now.
It is all deliciously mysterious, isn't it?
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should beware the fate of those. We should beware the fate of those who wield power beyond the reckoning. What? We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
Isn't Rand the one that would be in the museum, I think, right? So actually, I was like thinking, maybe those who are here are actually the 4 people, or 4 of the 5 people who those would connect you to. Maybe it is actually those. Right, because it's Jeremy to the left, but there's no like, Kermanius is not here, and Yakut is not here. None of those is here, right? I guess those are 4 of the 5 others. Interesting. Wait, what was he saying? Oh, the Somnodrome. How and why?
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own.
Oh, and Linux is the
subconscious
engineer, I
core.
think.
It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
Unfortunately, 1K left the Somnodrome inoperable. But
It didn't work
there may be a
anyways.
working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
I would use it on myself and then see. I would use it myself, then see how I feel. Absolutely, I would do that.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Alright, but please don't be watching when I'm sleeping. That would be weird, right? Who would ever do that? And who would make a fortune while doing that? Hey Manibus, there you are.
What can I do for you, 1K?
I just realized you look a lot like Cornelius. What do you think about the technologies we've discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
Is there? I've received things for free in my life. Like, I picked berries in forest and ate them. And like, safe berries, obviously. It didn't cost me anything. Well, I guess I had to spend some time in the forest, but is that really a cost? You have to rescue Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
It's not a death trap. I have to go. Bye,
It's
Herman.
always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
You always say the same thing in the end. So much that I start doubting your words.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety.
That makes sense, I guess.
And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Sleep mode activate. Again.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Glad my dreams aren't that short usually.
Yep. Welcome
Hey,
back
Marvel.
to the mysterious island.
Thank
everyone.
you. Glad to be
How's the
back.
situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Wait, what?
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile.
Oh,
The
nice.
rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
I love how the only...
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
I love how our main purpose here is literally solving puzzles, and now the only reason they need us is because we were the first one to lay a hand on that palm reader, right? And it's just like they just simply cannot do it without us now. But not because we had any particular skill, well, except for solving puzzles, I guess, right? It's just like, yeah, I'm just on for the ride, as usual. So, wait. Have we not yet? Oh yeah, we have unlocked our way to the south. I see. Let's head on over to the Star Temple and put our stars in there, right? And see what happens. Or if something happens. Probably not. Because at this point we have like 12, I think, right? Hey, Marvel. Been a while. Wait, is there another Star Temple? Oh yeah, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Did we only? Oh yeah, 12, 9. Okay, yeah, sure, makes sense. So we should have half of them now, right? Yeah, it's 12 more. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. What about the Golden Gate? Can something change about that? Nope. Yeah, I'm assuming that these are gonna be the golden gates in all of the areas, and once you solve them all, this will open, right? Alright, let's head on southwards. Can I go to any of them now? Oh, wow. Well, let's not be too creative and start with South 1, shall we?
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload.
So should I avoid them or pursue them?
I'm not doing this to help you avoid them.
Yeah,
In fact,
exactly.
I'm gonna need you to search for more.
Sure, we're gonna do that very... Oh, no worries.
If you're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream, possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
Okay. Installing software upgrade. Ooh. Look at this, gorgeous. I wonder why they built all the structures so differently. Like, this is
All right,
beautiful.
okay. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
Okay.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Oh well, okay. Where is it? I would assume that means he's showing it to me on the... Oh, it might be the thing that I deactivated, right? Noema system. Pretty much all the tech on the island, from the puzzles to the megastructure, is run by a system called Noema. I've identified a number of obvious commonalities with the software used in New Jerusalem, enough to be certain that Noema is descended from our own software, although Athena and Cornelius appear to have upgraded it quite extensively. Noema seems capable of interfacing directly with the user's mind at a deeper level than our own technology, although this functionality is not used consistently. Currently, guest users are locked out of all functions, so only 1K can access the system, although he's also locked out of any admin functionality. Oh no, do we need to increase our user level to access all the functionalities again? Oh! Isn't that something new? Oh, look at that. There's a Sphinx statue. Alright! Puzzle time! Finally! Again. Oh. Base entry? Wait, what? I mean, sure. Now we can teleport. Sure, okay, but why? Detach fan. Can we teleport by holding something? We can. Does it do anything for us? I guess we need the fan over there, right? But we cannot... Oh, I see. Can pick up the teleporter. So you do this, pick up this. Wait, what? Oh, now we pick up the teleporter, go over here, and now we can teleport over here while holding the fan and the hexahedron, right? I see. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I guess we can't put the teleporter on the second pressure plate. Hey! Number 1. Well, teleportation, because at this point, why not? In some ways, teleportation is one of the less surprising things we found here, and that at least particle teleportation was known to be theoretically possible. Of course, that's still miles away from these teleporters, which operate on principles that simply contradict with what we know of physics. The transfer of matter from one location to another is instantaneous, without an observable wormhole or similar effect. There is, however, a release of exotic particles in the instant of teleportation, which decay within fractions of a second. Ah, Sphinx, my beloved. S1, South 1 and Greek. Reference for later. Because obviously it has to be something different every time. Alright, onwards to number 2. They look beautiful. This is my favorite area so far, I would say. Oh, come on. The escape! I guess we can do this. But why would we do this? What? Or maybe did already get it out, so... Oh! Oh, I didn't realize there was a... Didn't realize there was a wall here. Okay. I guess we can also connect it to the other one there, right? No, we don't know this. I mean, we don't need this anymore because we cannot take it anywhere right now, right? But now we have a teleporter. Obviously, we can now take out the drill. And then drill a hole in here for some reason. I guess we can put the teleporter through. Right. So we can go through ourselves. Maybe before I do that, I need to get out the connector here so we can use the blue laser, right? And now I take the teleporter and put it through the hole and teleport through. There we go. Alright, next one. Go, go, go. Expedition Mega Threat. Jeremy, please post your thoughts on the expedition and this threat, and keep it civil. I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world-changing, and it's our responsibility to use them to lessen suffering for all living beings. Brett, we know. We heard your broadcast. Ovis, I think we're being tested and Byron failed the tests. Damien, what happened to Byron was an accident. Elmosh, is there a difference, ultimately? Atal, yes, there is. Jacques, no one's actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda at the megastructure. They could all still be aliens. Because, of course, 420. Yeah, right. Buddhas, I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these new technologies. Maybe the founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Ethelbok, why is everything malfunctioning on the island now? Is it because of Byron? Zagoran, he was still locked into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Franklin, or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the team. Robin, I think it was 1K who suggested the entities might be part of some kind of security system. Could it be that the system has gone rogue? I've read about virus detection software on ancient human computers behaving like that, misunderstanding what's a threat and what isn't. Zagoran, interesting. Elven, the choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The megastructure is Pandora's box and we should not open it. But there is hope still inside, everything else has already escaped. Hey, yeah, good.
Hey, 1K, what's up?
What's your analysis of the southern region?
The part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output. New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
You mean all the warmth that the megastructure produces is being redirected here? That's kinda interesting. Do you think Byron is okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more
Yeah,
careful.
I agree actually with that. Like he just ran ahead alone. I could have probably like pulled him off that palm reader if I was closer to him, right? Did you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew Cornelius. After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except
And
I
Byron?
guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past.
Oh no, yeah, Byron came
always
after, right?
studying the archive and the simulation. But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
You're talking about Miranda, I guess. Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised. Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back?
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions.
Right. Thank
There's
you.
a reason Melville's always complaining.
Society is unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure cannot remain functional.
When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
That's all. Thanks, Yakut. Alright, onwards, number 3. Interesting how they kind of look like in like rib cages, like bones and stuff. Right? Don't like these bridges though. They make me feel queasy. The rule of wall. Two teleporters here. Interesting. I do we need 2 of them though. Oh. I feel like I should have some one on the outside. Right. Oh wait, I can go out there. I cannot pick up the drill though, unfortunately. Right? I mean, I guess I could pick the... But now I cannot go inside again, right? Oh no, I can. I can probably teleport through the iron balls, right? But it doesn't do anything. Oh wait, I can leave this one outside and teleport in from the other one, right? Sure, stupid me. I can put this one here. And... No, because now the drill is drilling into the wrong hole. Into the wrong wall. Huh. I'm confused. And I guess I can take this one and take it back with me. Does that do anything for me? Yes, it does. Now I can put the other one outside again. Of course. I can position that one outside and teleport back in, right? So now I can pick up the drill and teleport over there if I want to. But I'm assuming I need this teleporter back in here, so let's put it back there first before we teleport out. Because now I can teleport in here, which is a bad idea. And I can still see the other one. And now we can teleport into there. Alright. Hey, Melville.
What is it?
I like that there's different jingles and soundtracks for each of the areas, and not just the same one as always. What's going on with the megastructure systems?
I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Have you heard anything from Byron at all?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
Okay. What can you tell me about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project.
Oh, really?
And he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution.
Okay.
I wish I could be that patient.
Why didn't Athena and Cornelius just both vanish together?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
Thanks, Melville. That's all for now. I mean, the fact that this island is close to the northern island with all the snow and is so warm, right? Again, fortifies the theory of it still being a simulation. But it could just be, you know, like the warmth of the machines in the megastructure, right? That's being redirected here. Although that would be like, wow. That would be a lot of heat. Even when it wasn't activated, right? So, probably not. Curious for sure.
In the early days,
Cornelius.
mankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors.
Pushing through.
The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits. After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes? But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber. But as superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits. But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us, couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda. But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
Yeah, I feel like Miranda has to... I don't know. Miranda is the key behind everything, right? Miranda is the reason why they did all of this. That's not us. I don't think it's testing us. I wonder if they've been testing Miranda. Oh, I just realized there's a... Do you see that? There's a connector up there. So I'm assuming there's gonna be a Pandora puzzle here somewhere. Alright, first of all, how do we solve this? I cannot teleport through a gate, as it seems. So how do we do this? Oh, I can't stand on this and then teleport. Never mind, okay. Guess that makes it easier. No, don't need to do any more of it, right?
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous.
But he was saying New Jersey.
An area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced. And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown?
Yeah.
It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way. Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill.
Oh.
I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational, or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. It didn't have to happen that way. And history doesn't have to repeat itself. But we do have to remember that it did happen once.
Yeah. Exactly. Which is exactly why in Germany it's forbidden to deny the Holocaust. Wait, what? Oh, that's not what I expected to happen here. Oh, I guess now we can jam this from below. Is that what this is about? Also, there's a red laser emitter there, I just realized. We cannot jam this from below. Oh, but I guess we can take the jammer and... Can detach the fan. Feel like we... we cannot teleport up here from down there. I feel like we should be able to. Well, I mean, I can, but... not while holding something. I feel like I need to put something up here. I need to take something up here with me. Maybe the fan, for example. So let's try this. Can I detach the fan now and then teleport up there? I can. Ah, that makes sense. Now I put it here. And now I can take the teleporter to over here so that we can teleport up here while holding the jammer. Bonk. There we go. Alright, now what? Now I guess we don't need this one anymore. And this one. Is that a connector down there? No, or it might be an accumulator. It is an accumulator. Wait, what is this activating? Oh, the one on the other side, I see. Where's my teleporter? Let's accumulate some... Oh, god dang it. Obviously. Guess we need to exchange this for the fan so we can pick up the fan and drop down using the fan and put the fan on the pressure plate here, right? So that the other side keeps being open. Put us accumulate some red here. Alright, now I guess we need to exchange them again. And then we can fall down together with the accumulator here. And we're done.
I wasn't watching the stream, but well done, 1K.
Thank you. Thank you, Yakut. Well, if I wouldn't have done it well, we probably wouldn't have found a solution, right? Helga! Been a while. 1K, let's have a quick chat. I was glad to hear that you keep an open mind on the Somnodrome thingy. I won't pretend to know what you should do if you find one that's working. I just don't want you to decide in advance. It's far too much fun to keep everyone guessing. Okay, go to Dash. Ideas are contagious, but they don't sell themselves. Send my love to the rest of the team. I kinda like her, I have to say. I kinda like her. Alright, number 5. Left or right? I mean, left, I would assume. I need to keep an eye open for, like, more connectors and stuff, right? That we might need to hook up from somewhere. Hello, Palm Reader. Error ignored. Okay. Santinchalkidikitenxe. Author Eleni K. Who's that? City by the Sea. When I realized it was over, it was all really over for good. I decided to take one last trip to my favorite places before the symptoms got too much. I never forgive what they did to Chalkidiki. This incredible wild rugged place between mountain and sea, with pine trees all the way down to the water. The colors, the vistas, the sheer overwhelming beauty of it all. And they just built all over it. Hideous hotels sprawling like tumors, obscene beach bars blaring their awful music across the sea, even in Kavura tribes. It was impossible not to hate humanity a little for it. The idea of all it returning to nature, of the hotels gradually sinking back into the reed fields, was moving and beautiful. Is that like Greek names, maybe? Or African names, something like that. But then I went back to Thessaloniki. Might be Greek. I'm not sure. And for all the ugliness inflicted upon the city, the idea that people would no longer meet up beneath the Camara, or go for long ambling walks on the promenade, or for crepe on Platea Navarinu, was unbearably sad. Maybe African. The idea of the rotunda just standing there empty after being a sacred place for so many centuries. It made me remember that it's not just beaches and forests that are beautiful, that cities can be more than just streets and noise. Cities can have histories and personalities, and that means something. Who am I writing this for? Do I believe there will be survivors after all? Do I think that crazy robot project I heard about will actually work out? Do I hope that aliens will come to our planet one day and wonder who we were? The truth is that I don't know. There is something in the love we feel for the beautiful things that we built, as much as in our revulsion towards unnecessary destruction that matters. Miranda. Why didn't our ancestors understand that you can build in ways that make an area more beautiful instead of ruining it? Even if all they cared about was personal benefit, wouldn't that benefit them more? Trump Gaza, right? Cornelius. In the long run, yes. But people rarely think about the long-term consequences, especially if there's an incentive to act immediately. Miranda. And yet most of them were unhappy with the results. Couldn't they see it was within their control to act differently? Problem solving. Solving the wrong plot problem. From LD Armand's "Can you point me in the direction of a better timeline?" Humans are problem solvers is a quote frequently associated with my friend Alexandra Drennan. It's become a meme on the internet, used both ironically and not, though Alexandra, of course, is entirely earnest in her dedication to humanity. I guess it's a source quote, right? It's a great thought and vital to understanding our species. Oh yeah, down there. She's also capable of being devastatingly sarcastic, but that's another story for another book. But it's also not entirely as simple as that. Take, for example, the recent extinction of the orangutan and the ensuing conversation about the dangers of unknown pathogens released by human activity. Most of us agree that a problem exists, And significantly, most of us believe that something ought to be done about it. So we've identified the problem and we have collectively decided to act. So why is nothing happening? That's a serious question. Usually because some few people in power, block everything. That's a serious question. A great deal of effort is expended on raising awareness, but I would like to suggest that sometimes our problem-solving impulses can get stuck on the wrong goals. Awareness is not the issue. We've already convinced people that something needs to change. So if nothing changes, we have to wonder, why is the will of the people not being translated into action? Text missing from archive. Miranda. Maybe the problem was that they didn't have enough hope. They could see the problems, but they couldn't imagine that one day these problems could be solved. Athena. It's easy for people to get so lost in the problems of the present that they think nothing will ever change. Good one. Cornelius. They lost hope because the historical circumstances they found themselves in encouraged despair. But that in turn meant the conditions could not change. How do you go against history itself? Hypatia's Journal number 7, from Hypatia's Journals Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 372. Yemo died today. One moment he was there, welding a joint on the upper levels of the tower, and the next he was gone. One careless step, that's all it took. Tina brought him to the dam, but even Cornelius couldn't help. Yemo is gone. Now there's only 12 of us. Athena, I think about Yemo every day. Cornelius, do I? Athena, you did nothing wrong. You weren't even there. I was. Survivor's Guild. Recharge V5.
This is a design for an improved charging station.
Yay.
Fascinating, but not relevant.
So a better bed, we can all sleep better. I would like that. Then again, I don't sleep too badly, I have to say, currently. Number 5. There we are. Dyad. No idea what that is. Or is meant to be. Can I not? Oh, I can't teleport over there, never mind. Now what? Can we jam something else, like the one behind there? Oh, we can't just take the jammer with us, never mind. And again. BYAD, do your absolute dumbest. I see another teleporter here. What? Oh, I need to put one here so I can teleport in, and I need another one to teleport out, right? Oh, well, to take the jammer out. Yeah, because now I need to take the jammer back out. Then put him... use it to jam that gate and teleport over there. I see. For some reason I thought that gate would be lowering those iron bars. I had to take a picture. I just had to stop and take a picture. I never cease to be amazed by the beauty of this planet. Just wow. Exactly. Oh jeez. Okay. Hi Marvel. I haven't found the Pandora statue yet, which is kinda interesting. Like I have no idea yet what to do with the laser connector outside of the first puzzle, right? Or the second or whatever it was. Number 6. Translocator. I guess we can do that. Now what? I'm missing something? I mean, I guess we need to put the teleporter on there and need the exahedron in front of it to get up there, right? So how do we get the teleporter out now? I am confused. What to do, what to do. I cannot pick anything of that up and then teleport over. Teleporting on its own doesn't do anything. And that is not far enough. What's the name? Translocator. Oh, I'm so stupid, I can do this. Why do I always forget that? Oh boy. Oh yeah, alright. For some reason I always forget that I can't stand on the pressure plates on my own. Dang. Need to get through there first. We need to put the exahedron on top here, use that. Just repeat their best trick, I guess. Stand on the pressure plate on your own. While holding a hexahedron. Alright, there we go. Ta-da! Alright, 3 more. And the statues, obviously. A matter of taste. Franklin, witnessing all this incredible technology discovered by the expedition has given me an idea for something we could do if we had the resources and the energy. Are you ready for this? Taste bots. Seriously, how have we gone for so long without something our ancestors considered so essential? Don't you want to know what pizza tastes like? What it's like to eat chocolate? To have an apple? What the deal is with fizzy drinks? I mean, come on! Pellegrino, sounds fun. Aurinia, the sheer range of new experiences. It's almost overwhelming just to imagine it. Please, please let this happen. Ovis, why change ourselves when we are what we are meant to be? Zagoran, you know we're all upgraded, right? This isn't our original design in the first place. Thekla, and what's next? We start killing animals again just for the pleasure of tasting them? We cover the earth in fields like our ancestors did? Subjugate the natural world for our own greed? What is the point of an apple that cannot be tasted? I want to know what frogs taste like. Enriching our conscious experience makes the universe more aware of its own splendor. What is the point of an apple that cannot be tasted? To be an apple. And what's so great about an apple just being an apple? That's not for us to judge. Why not? But who is it to judge then? For the apple? I'm pretty sure the apple doesn't mind. Actually, you know, like the apple tasting good is exactly what the idea behind an apple is, right? Because the apple exists so that animals would eat the apple and the seeds within the apple, and then, you know, like once they poop out the seeds again, they have successfully distributed the seeds of the plant that grew the apple over the world. So fruits are literally there to be eaten, and for them to be eaten, they should, I mean, they don't have to taste to be tasty, I guess. But I'm pretty sure, you know, like animals that do eat apples prefer apples to taste good, I guess. Is that a minivan? Van. An ancient vehicle capable of transporting multiple individuals or additional equipment, commonly used by workmen. Wow. Looks so small. Alright, number 7 is over here. Oh, that's the Pandora statue. I see. It's actually right next to the transportation system. Interesting. Now the question is... Yeah, I can't see the red laser from here. Also, I can see it. There is a laser already going to the box of Pandora, right? Well, not an active laser, but an inactive one. I guess we can jump over here. No, exchange for a... I'm assuming that's where we get the blue. For the Pandora's box to make green. That's a teleporter, I assume. And what? I cannot bring the second hexahedron with me, right? Or can I hop onto the fence and stand on top of the fence? No, I cannot. Is that a jammer? But there's only connectors and hexahedron. Oh, I'm stupid. I can hop onto the hexahedron to pick up the other hexahedron. Yeah, my bad. Alright, now we have this jammer. But I also need the teleporter now, no? I cannot pick up the jammer, obviously, because it will stop jamming this, so I cannot leave. I need the teleporter to bring it out. And that doesn't really... Does it do anything? I think it does. Wait a second, I can... not pick that up, actually. Now what? Oh wait, there's a blue on this side as well. I see. I didn't see that before, so I can just do this to keep it open, right? Bang. So now I can pick up this, exchange it for the... teleporter. Now what? Oh, I can put it over here to teleport it back out, I see. Now I can just put this on here and then teleport out. Alright, now we can get the jammer out. To do what exactly though? This? Wait, what do we need here in the end? What do we need to do actually? Oh. We need to get back here and jam this. I see. So we need to get the jammer out. And for that we need a hexahedron over here, right? I see, okay. We need to get the jammer out here. How do we do that? Oh wait, this should be open already. I'm stupid. Oh, never mind. No issues. Now I need to exchange these, right? So I can put the teleporter over there. And exchange them again. Pick up the jammer, teleport over there. And win.
That was extremely convoluted.
Yeah, kinda. Alright, 2 more. And the Sphinx and the Medora. I still have no idea what the Sphinx is about. I haven't found anything that looks like that. I don't think. Chernyshevsky, 09. From Arkady Chernyshevsky in our likeness, essays on humankind reaching adulthood. The question of our relationship with nature has bedeviled us since the earliest days of our species. Since before the first city was built, we felt that there was something different about us. Animals, we intuited, were part of nature. We were not. But of course, humans clearly are the products of nature, our history intertwined with that of every other species. In fact, the very notion of the unnatural is a contradiction in terms. Everything that exists must, by definition, be natural. So this view, no matter how common, is deeply paradoxical. This paradox has produced a great deal of confusion. Some proclaim us chosen by a divine power, set above all other creatures and are justly accused of arrogance. Others proclaim us sinners, worse than other creatures and are rightly accused of misanthropy. Others yet try to oppose this binary by saying that we are merely animals after all, but that too is manifestly wrong, in that no other animal is capable of having this conversation. Not so sure about that. It is in the contentious issue of our impact on the ecosphere that an answer may be found. Other animals have accidentally terraformed the planet before, driving other species to extinction. This is not unnatural. If we continued our current path, even to the point of changing the climate enough to cause the collapse of civilization, that would be entirely in keeping with how animals behave. But there is one profound way in which we are not like animals. We can learn to understand ourselves and the world. It is this knowledge that makes us fundamentally different. We have choices, we have control. There are many today who are afraid of the consequences of control and would prefer a return to a state of animal ignorance, whether by blinding ourselves to the impact of our actions or by demanding we humble ourselves before nature. This is the response of an adult in crisis who wishes for a return to childhood. But this can only ever be regressive in every sense of the word. To resolve the paradox of nature, we must act as adults, accept our power, and act consciously and deliberately in shaping the world. We must become nature, and nature must become human. Athena, this is the heart of the matter. Lifting up the world rather than lowering ourselves. But why do so many people so badly want to lower themselves? Cornelius, do they want to? Or is it simply a convenient pose to strike? A convenient pose to strike. Upgrade. From Miranda to Athena. We upgraded the lab with my new designs. Synthesizing some of the pieces took longer than expected. We still have some bugs to iron out when it comes to complex structures. But it worked. Now the labs are safer and prettier. Although Father says they look too much like spaceships. I don't see it. Do you? Xcode says, within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality. For it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. Within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality, for it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. I guess the mortal. Okay. Okay.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters, these voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, 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 right? Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean, almost threw him all the way off the dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart. Now, I'm telling you this because mostly it is not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
You okay, Babu?
I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
What?
That's such a dad joke.
This is science.
That's such a dad joke, man.
No idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
Oh, he's such a dad. I still have no idea what the Sphinx statue is referencing. Number 8. Switcheroo. That's not high enough. Oh, but I can teleport into here, right? Switcheroo. The oldest trick in the book. Oh, I know how it works. Wait a second. Alright, now we're just missing the... thingy. There we go. What? Oh, that does work. Okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna... want to do this? And pick put the teleporter up here? But we can connect these? But how do we keep it active then? I do need those two in place on the fan, right? Which means I do need the teleport to be on the pressure plate. But if I do that, I cannot get up there. I guess. I guess I can pick up the... Can't do this, right? And then get up there as I did in the first place by doing this. And now place this on the thing. Okay, that works. Alright, there is one more lost puzzle. And there's the lab. I wonder where the lost puzzle is. Probably behind here, right? Oh look, that's what the Sphinx is referring to. I see. Push button. Alright. I guess the hollow ones are the ones that we need to push, right? Okay, so it's that orientation. We need to push those three here, probably. This one, this one, this one. And those two over here. Did I do it exactly wrong? Okay, I guess I pushed those which I shouldn't have pressed. So let's just invert them all. There we go. Alright, now I guess that's the last puzzle over there. I really like this area. Wait. I guess it's not the way I know how to get not the way to get there. But how do I get there? This is too deep, right? I guess I need to find the dark over there. Also, let's head into the... No, let's head into the lab afterwards, right? There's probably gonna be more hex code in the lab, and I really don't fancy putting in some hex code right now. Oh, I guess I can follow this. Yeah, right, because we came over the... Wait, no, we came from here, right? Oh wait, that's a gold. Interesting, that's a gold puzzle that we saw there. We have a question mark over there, which is the lab, I assume. Then we have a question mark over there, behind, all the way there. That might be the lost puzzle then. I guess I passed the path to it earlier on. Really? I didn't go in here? No, obviously. Oh, I love the designs of these. Aerial warp. Aww. Too bad. I guess I need to take it down here, right? Aww. Guess we can get the... Can we get the... hexahedron? Because it doesn't feel like it. How do I get to that? Or to this one? Like this, obviously. The oldest trick, and I still don't know how to do it. What is this for? What the heck? Oh, I guess it's to push the hexahedron through. Oh, we can take the hexahedron down there to activate the pressure plate and then take the teleport up there with us and zip. And take the hexahedron up with us and the fan, obviously. And now do the same with this one. Yay! Alright. Pretty sure I cannot take the fan with me, can I? Pretty sure I need to take the fan with me though. I cannot see the teleporter from here, unfortunately. Never mind, I can. Alright, now I can do this to get the second hexahedron. Where do we need to go? Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, up there, right? We need a hexahedron up there. Guess we can do this. Alright. Now do the same thing over here. Teleport! Jump! Wait. Oh, I'm not high enough. Dang. Can I not drop it on top of it, really? Oh, can I bump it up? Can I do like this and then activate it and bump it up from below? Ah, there we go. Yeah, but now I still need Oh, I can do this, obviously. Now I can pick up a hexoid and teleport up there. There we go. Alright, nice. Let's get to the lab. Oh dang, I forgot to connect the... Yeah, I forgot to connect the blue laser to the... I'm not sure if it's what exactly it is that we found over there. But let me quickly do that. Everything is open, I don't need to. Can we do that? Don't have a line of sight. Oh, I can put it on the... Right. Can put it onto the hexahedron. If that is even a thing to say. I cannot exchange anything though. Oops, I made a mistake. Cannot pick it up from here. Wow. Oh no, I don't want to reset, please. Yeah, I want to restart this puzzle, thank you. But only this one. I'm not sure if like pressing X resets everything or only this one. It resets everything because the red laser is gone. Oh, come on. Not even sure if there's a connector or a RGB converter over there. It's obviously connecting a blue to when the converter is already... when it's already connected with red, doesn't do anything, right? You might just need a green in the end. Wait, but how would I put a... Wait, why isn't it solved anymore? Does it solve it again? Wait, what? Huh? I'm confused. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't think I can actually put it up there, so I think we don't actually need the blue from here. Alright, let's have a look at the lab. And then solve the Pandora puzzle. And we actually add a more closer look to it. That's what they meant by spaceships, right? Hey, there's a guitar. And stuff.
Look at this place.
Oh, that's Al. Okay.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mesmerizing.
Kinda.
That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime.
I don't know.
And the puzzles.
Just seems cozy.
The towers, the mysterious apparitions. It all draws you further in, deeper into the trap.
Oh, come on, don't you turn into a Doomsayer.
What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted?
Then why would it take them so long to do this?
Of this place.
I haven't been corrupted. Am I wary? Not really. I haven't been corrupted. Let's not be superstitious.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest you were...
You kinda did.
Whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself.
Why yourself? Because of Byron?
Byron needs me.
Yeah.
You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal.
Well, I can.
If this is really the work of the founder, I don't know. Maybe she lost her way. Or maybe
she didn't.
Not ready.
Or maybe we're fine.
But once we find Byron,
maybe that was all part of the plan.
Get the hell out of here and never come back.
I'm not saying it is. Did it just vibrate, or was just something going on with the engine? You see these anti-gravity things again, right? We already had in a different lab. So. Power distribution. From Tuya. Oh, no. From Tuya, dear founder. Everything has gotten so much worse since you left. We keep pursuing the goal, but our lives are getting less happy. When the weather is dry and the dam runs low, there is nothing to do in the whole city. Things don't get fixed anymore. We haven't had it we even had to dismantle the cinema. I know it was frivolous and pointless when we can't just watch video files, but it was fun to go watch movies together like people used to do. I believe in your wisdom, founder. I believe we have to avoid hurting the planet like our ancestors did. But I don't know if the mayor is doing what you would have wanted. Isn't there another way of reaching the goal? Maybe the mayor is behind all of it. Maybe Herman imprisoned Athena, right? Please, I know you left for a reason, but I don't think we can go on this way. Error 5358. Is it SX again? It is. Error SX. Error SX. Error SX. It little profits that an idle king rye this still hearth among these barren cracks, matched with an aged wife, I met and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed, and know not me. Okay. Talos principle. A fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Amintas, you have made quite the catalogue of horrors, Stratton. Children dying in the mother's arms, cities perishing by the plague, and even animals living without peace or happiness. Nicomachus, why must we listen to this? You know I have just eaten a heavy dinner. Stratton, because these things which are ugly must be confronted for us to reach the truth. You spoke of justice earlier, Amintas, but are these things just? Amintas, they are not. Stratton, then you must admit the universe itself is not just. If the gods exist. 34. Footnotes, it remains unclear whether Stratton believed in the gods or used them solely as metaphors. His work on the deities is no longer extant. Tantalizingly, Diogenes Laertius mentions that it caused a fistfight in the Lyceum. Interesting. You spoke of justice earlier, Amintas, but are these... No, wait, were we... If the gods exist, then they do not bend the world to their will. Rather, the universe proceeds as a machine, following its rules. Justice and virtue are human inventions. Amintas, are you saying justice and virtue are therefore illusory and should be abandoned? Stratton, the opposite, my friend. It is mankind alone that can impose these values upon the machine. Athena, I thought what made us human was that we searched for meaning, but perhaps a better way of thinking about it is that we create meaning. Noema project. Let's see, can I have an image to text so that I can copy paste this instead of having to type it myself? Seems to work. Lake water for cooling, new primary site. Oh, that's a lot faster. That's a lot faster, actually. Now I use two encoding techniques. First of all, I use image to text so that I don't have to copy to type all of this manually, and then I decode the hex to ASCII and to string basically, because it is just hex encoded ASCII, right? Yesterday we obeyed kings and bent our necks before emperors, but today we kneel only to truth, follow only beauty, and obey only love. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Ooh. Okay. I wonder if this is like, I'm not sure. Sometimes these say you like to accept the fire and follow the fire and be afraid of those who lurk in who want to remain in the dark, right? And sometimes it seems like it's warning us to take the fire. It's kind of weird. I wonder if some of those who built these, if it wasn't just Athena and Cornelius, also had disagreed with Athena, and some tried to like corrupt the messages and stuff here. Power distribution. Overload. I'm fine. I mean, I'm just going to sleep mode, right?
Our
that looks different.
Kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter, but they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself.
Yes.
There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
Wait, that looks like the top of the pyramid, right? The megastructure.
The language of creation. What were they doing here?
Yeah.
And how far did they get?
Like either they cracked the code of the universe.
But I think I'll fix the Tetromino bridge machine ring thing.
Thank
I say
you.
I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
Okay. Unfortunately, there's another one here. From Thekla. Beloved founder, years have passed and still there is nothing but silence. Have we sinned? Have you abandoned us for our arrogance and greed? Some of the others continue to build. I told them not to, but they don't listen to me. Iron is the worst of them. It disrespects you constantly, spreading lies and something. Which probably doesn't have to do anything with that. Please know that there are those who remain faithful, who respect the limits you set and seek wisdom and humility as you taught. We may win the next election, Perhaps then you will return? Raise your name. Thekla. We. Oh god, there's more than one. Alright, let's repeat the same process here. He whose face gives no light shall never become a star. From Trebuchet. Founder. Although I was born in the early days of New Jerusalem, I never knew you well. This is not your fault. I became so focused on proving the dam that I didn't develop much in the way of social relationships, except perhaps with Melville. That doesn't mean I was unhappy. I was in fact extremely content. I like to solve complex problems in peace and quiet, that's who I am. But now the pleasure I used to get out of my work has faded. I may not need a lot of company, but I want my work to be meaningful, to contribute. It does not feel like that anymore, and when I suggest new projects, the mayor acts like I've committed a crime, like I should be ashamed. I do not like this. I do not care about social issues or debates. I do not want to get involved. I just want to be able to keep working on making things better. Please fix the situation. Thank you. So maybe Thekla was talking about winning. I mean, this was in the past, right? It was archive messages from people to the founder. And maybe Hermanubis is actually part of that group of Thekla, and that's why they're not, like, advancing anymore, right? Would make sense. Paying the price. From the introduction to Portraits of the Martyrs by S.T. Sanyal. The list of people condemned for advocating new ideas is long and depressing. Ignaz Semmelweis utterly destroyed for suggesting doctors wash their hands. Ludwig Boltzmann ridiculed for suggesting the existence of atoms. Robert H. Goddard mocked for arguing that a rocket could reach the moon. Al-Razi attacked for questioning the existence of humors. Barbara McClintock discovered a transposition ignored for years. The list goes on and on. And we haven't even touched on what happens to those who suggest political rather than scientific improvements. Even when they succeed, they often still pay with their lives. These days, the idea of progress is frequently derided as yet another narrative, identified with the establishment by critics who curiously portray themselves as rebels. But the truth is that every step forward that humanity has ever taken has CSX enormous personal cost. C5358. Miranda, that means it's even more important to stand up for the truth because so many others have already sacrificed themselves for it. Athena, it does. But what is the right way of doing it? Many died for the truth without accomplishing anything. Miranda, maybe we just have to do what's right and trust the universe. Alright, it's getting a long episode. We still have to solve the Pandora puzzle. And then talk to whatever entity awaits us in the laser emitter's place, right?
I've decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a...
Wait, what?
When the heavens are silent.
Oh dang, I didn't realize it would stop the other audio file. I wanna listen to Miranda again, please. Mother and father think of our discoveries as a language, a code, but I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine, which is most likely the pyramid, that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos. I love the way she looks at things. I just saw there's a drill wall behind here. But why? Is it just... I mean, is it just for one of the puzzles, right? What does this connect to? Still have to solve the Pandora puzzle. I feel like the Pandora puzzles keep getting more difficult. Hey, Yakut.
Listening to Miranda talk about beauty made me think. Okay, this might be super weird and kind of pretentious, but I honestly mean it. What is beauty? Like, where does it exist? Is it just in our minds?
In the eye of the beholder.
Or is there some objective component? Something quantifiable?
Probably not.
I always thought it was just perception.
Mm-hmm.
But if I understand her correctly, Miranda sees beauty as a property of the universe itself.
I would say beauty exists solely in our minds.
So, if it's completely subjective, if we're gone, does that mean there's no more beauty?
I mean, following my own logic, I guess, yes.
If that's true, then doesn't that mean that we have a responsibility to survive as a species?
Kinda.
Even to grow so that more beauty can exist?
Kinda. Yes. Imagine sentience spreading across the galaxy and as it does, the cosmos coming alive with beauty.
That's a really powerful image.
Yeah, right?
Beauty flowering in the universe as intelligence spreads. Thank you. I hope you're right.
I hope so too. I need to go back to work.
All right, take care.
I saw this... Dang. I'm a frog now. I saw there's still a question mark on the... Oh really? Why did you put me down here again? What? I saw there's still a question mark on the compass. Hey Al.
What can I do for you?
What did Mayor Herman say?
He blamed Byron for being headstrong and foolish, which... I don't see it quite the same way, but it's easy to understand why the mayor would think that. It wasn't hard to convince him that we can't leave Byron behind, though. You may not agree with Herman on a lot of issues, 1K, but he's not a bad person. He's doing his best in a difficult situation.
Do you think Byron is still alive?
I hope so. He's always been annoyingly hard to get rid of.
Do you believe it was wrong for our ancestors to create us?
Why do you ask?
Because of the risk we pose to the planet.
Just because I believe we don't need to expand and dominate everything doesn't mean I want us to go extinct. I know there are people who think that way, but if I care about other species going extinct, why wouldn't I care about this one? Seems irrational to me.
True. Tell me about Cornelius.
He was the third to be born, after Athena and Eustathius. He was an important figure in New Jerusalem's early history, almost as important as Athena. But after she vanished, he faded into the background. I don't think anyone suspected he knew where she was.
What was he like as a person?
I didn't know him that well, but he was always very calm, very thoughtful. Everyone respected him.
Do you like text adventures?
I do. Although I prefer the term interactive fiction. It's better at capturing what this art form really is. Storytelling, but with a completely different underlying structure. As a category, it's more equivalent to poetry or the novel, rather than, say, film.
Yes. Cool.
Anything else?
What do you think about Miranda's terraforming efforts?
It makes me wonder why people always think they know better than nature.
Oh, is that why they... Oh, is that why these areas look so different? Because they actually succeeded in terraforming? How does Eustathius like? People rarely talk about him.
He was in charge of planning New Alexandria. It was his mistake that led to the disaster. After that, he retired from public affairs and dedicated himself to his studies.
Do you blame him?
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. Do you ever think your beliefs are a response to what happened in New Alexandria?
You mean, am I unduly influenced by my experiences? Unable to imagine the better future Byron wanted because I'm too traumatized? Could be. But I'd like to think I'm a little more self-aware than that.
Okay. Thanks, I got back to my puzzles now. Alright. I wanted to go over there because I wanted to see if there is drills here, right? So I could drill into the wall there for some reason. But unfortunately, obviously, all the stupid puzzles reset, right? Oh wait, no, they're still open. Never mind. At least these are. Wait, no, that's wrong. Alright, so what's down there? Ah, there's a green emitter down there. So... where do we redirect this to? Like, obviously we need connect this to the Pandora box, right? Oh, up there, I see. Now. Oh, there's another palm reader here. Lithosphere.
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island.
Mm-hmm.
It will seek to document facts and statistics to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth. Because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Oh, yeah, good.
Hey, 1K. How can I help you?
You understand the fundamental language of reality is kind of music. Thoughts?
I think that's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard.
I
hope
just
it's
like
true.
music. What kind of music do you like, by the way?
Okay, this may sound like a robot joke, but I love heavy metal, especially the more melodic kind.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's big, it's epic.
Actually,
it's
hey, that's
full of
me. It's
emotion.
literally me.
You can really
Love it.
get lost in it.
I agree.
Actually,
Absolutely.
I named Bruce after Bruce Dickinson, the lead singer of Iron Maiden. They used
No,
to
I
call
don't
him the
really like Iron Maiden though.
Siren, which is also what my Bruce sounds like.
That's so cool. Now, all right. I feel like we need to get over there, right? To connect, because that's for sure an inactive connector there, right? In front of the Pandora box, in front of Pandora's box. Where does it lead to, though? I'm assuming we have to connect it to there. Because I do feel we should have a line of sight to the... Oh yeah, we do have a line of sight over there. Do you have a connector in here? We do. But I cannot see what to connect it to. Wait, I think we can zoom somehow, right? Oh, press the mouse wheel, obviously, right? I still cannot see the connector below there, though. That should be connected to Pandora's box. Maybe it's not on this side. Anyways. Let's get back to the other side then. Still cannot see it. What? I'm confused. Do I have a line of sight from here? We do. Oh yeah, right. That's where I connected the red one first. Right. Turns out you don't need to connect the red from here. But get the green from up there. Well, I guess that works. Alright, works for me.
If humankind had no more cause for war, it would make war for sport instead.
Cannot even really argue with that. I mean, look at Putin, right? I mean, our sport games... I mean, our sport games are kind of basically a substitute for war, right? Between nations. Kind of. Yay! I like this one. Looks beautiful. Boop. Beam me up, Scotty.
Welcome back, creature of clay. The forge burns bright,
Hey, Sphinxy.
but the sky is troubled with clouds. A mortal has ascended Olympus without the permission of Zeus.
Byron? Tell me where Byron is. Tell me the fate of mortals who trespass.
Your friend wanders in dreams, caught between moments. He stands upon the bridge between yesterday and tomorrow, his eyes fixed upon the surface of the sun. And so the workings of Olympus are disrupted. Pandora, fearing the wrath of the gods, has broken the paths to ascension.
Interesting. How can the trespasser be freed?
Only Prometheus can help you, for he has always favored humankind over the gods, and would see Olympus pass into your hands. But he is bound in the heart of the mountain. Break his chains, and he will show you
Interesting.
the way.
What mountain? Pyramid? Probably, right? Not nearly as cryptic as usually.
I think it's safe to assume that Olympus is the entity's term for the megastructure. It looks like our best chance of rescuing Byron is finding Prometheus and freeing him.
How do you free a weird, glowing ghost thing?
I suspect these entities exist within the megastructure systems, and what we're seeing is just how they manifest to communicate with us.
I don't really care what they are. For now, let's play along.
I wonder if Prometheus and Pandora are Athena and Miranda. Although they didn't seem to, like disagree that much, right? That they would have the need to do any of that. Like to stop each other. But who knows? I mean, we still have 5 areas ahead of us, right? Find out more about Miranda and Athena. Maybe there was a dispute amongst them. At some point. Or maybe even Cornelius. Maybe Miranda and Athena are Prometheus and Pandora is Cornelius, right? Alright. Thank you so much for watching. This is the end. Oh, never mind.
Byron for being so charming and charismatic. The dashing explorer. And one of the first companions, too. Being the voice of caution is not a fun role to play. Always having to be the responsible one, the killjoy. The one who says, maybe that's too much. But sometimes it is too much.
It's not your fault, Al.
Yeah, you want us. Alright, thank you so much for watching. This is the end of episode 12 of Gilgamesh playing the Talos Principle 2. Next time we're gonna go off this beautiful area here and hopefully get closer to freeing Byron, right? So, see you then. Bye-bye.
In this area, we have an especially weird problem. Something in one of the labs is going completely bananas and I can't shut it down because I'm not, well, you. Come find me when you're ready. What is it with the language libraries and bananas?
Yeah. Bye.